keep in that contact with them.
Right.
That's very good. Okay, what are your goals now that you're in business, Anne, and what do you really see where you might go in the business?
Well, my goals keep changing. I think all of us have goals that keep changing. Of course, I want to make money, but I also want to continue.
Okay.
I also want to continue to enjoy doing what I do. And in all honesty, I really love working with Gail. And, of course, Florida is coming soon, and I plan to learn as much as I can while in Florida and meet all of you.
Oh, well, we're excited about meeting you, Anne. You're just doing so well, and you're going to learn a lot because we're going to have all the experts there from all across the country that are going to share their knowledge. So you're in for a wonderful, wonderful learning and fun experience.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Well, thank you. And now I just want to say, Anne, thank you very much. And how long have you been in the business now?
Since November.
Since November, and so you're on a roll. You've got it going. I'm excited, not only for Gail for having such a great girl, but also for you to where you're going to go. And, you know, when you're new, you've got people that are going to be watching you now, Anne, and so you can bring it on and get people to come in with you, and when you're new, get new, and because right away that enthusiasm is going to rub off on another person, and you can start building your group. So I really feel that it's easier when you bring somebody else in with you, because I know I did that and then when I first started the business, and I brought somebody in right away because I thought, well, I'm not going to be in this by myself. And so lo and behold, I started to build a group, and I think that's the secret of this.
So it's just to add one other thing. The curves that I did today, I recruited a friend of mine to do skincare and cosmetics.
Oh, good.
And she actually went with me today. So we had a table set up for her, so she could speak to some people about skincare while I was fitting bras.
That is absolutely great. You're doing the right things, Anne, because that's it. And it's more fun when you got somebody with you in the business and you can build together. That is great. And then get her to get new and so on and so on. That is a wonderful. Anne, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in Florida. It's going to be a wonderful experience.
Thank you.
Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next lady, and her name is Vicki Lynn Johnson. And she's new into the business, and so we're going to ask her some questions, the same questions along that line, too. Vicki Lynn, are you there? Vicki Lynn? Can you hear me, Vicki Lynn? Victoria? Victoria Lynn Johnson?
Yeah, the other phone's not working. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It happens. This is always what we go through sometimes with conference calls. Well, how are you tonight?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Well, wonderful. And what I'd like to do is to ask you a couple of questions. You kind of had a chance to listen to what Anne said. So I was kind of wondering, what did you come into the business, Vicki Lynn?
Well, I'm sort of along the same lines as Anne. I have been a long-time customer of Mary's, and I watched her grow her business. So when I finally moved away from her, because I used to live just around the corner, I would literally walk to her house for my fittings. When I moved away a whole 10 miles, I felt like I could explore the business since I wasn't right underneath her shadow, and that is when I decided to start.
Yeah, did Mary get you excited about the business, or did you see the way you got excited?
Well, she talked to me for many years about selling the bras myself, as she said I was a walking advertisement.
Oh, good. Very good.
You know, I'm one of those cases where, no doesn't always mean no. It just means it's not the right time or the circumstances aren't right or, ask later.
I love that. That is so good. You are so right, Vicki Lynn. That is for sure. That's for sure. Now, why did you think you could be successful in this? After having worn the bra?
Well, that was the main thing. I'd worn the bras for years. I have a small rib cage and I'm large-breasted.
Uh-huh.
And finding bras that fit was really problematic for me. They always want to take you up in the rib cage to get the cup to fit, and I would actually have underwires on my back.
Ooh.
The underwire, because they would make the rib cage so big.
That's right, yeah. So when you got in, you realized that you could identify with some of the challenges that women have out there, and that would in itself have a built-in business.
Yes, exactly.
Good. Now, once you got into the business, did you find it hard to learn the business? Having been a customer before, did you find it from the other side, being a distributor, was that difficult to learn?
No. I have Mary and her whole great team. They're obviously not all in my line because Mary's my direct sponsor, but the whole team is very helpful and supportive and there for you. If you need something or want to ask questions, they're there. Very easy.
And so what are your goals now that you're in it? How do you feel? Where do you go in this business? Where do you want to go, really?
I want a thriving business helping people, and that has been my goal all along. I take it in individual small steps because the best way to get anything done is to have it bite-sized. You can actually work through it.
Okay. Good. Very good. Now, I just think when you hear like you're just saying now, Vicki Lynn, is that what you did is you were a customer. Did you plan to have a business before? Have you ever thought about it previous to doing it, or you just thought you'd be a customer? You moved away and decided you would.
I hadn't really thought about it because, like I said, I lived literally right around the corner from Mary. So she had this big bra sign on the road, and I never considered it because I didn't want to compete. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know it. That's right. But then you moved away and decided you would get into it, and now look at that. Now you've got goals to want to build a business. It's wonderful. You see, like sometimes we all think about, like I was mentioning earlier, Vicki Lynn, that sometimes we're so busy thinking about what we think people are thinking, but here you are. This is the business you're starting now. You're building, and you got it because you're a happy customer and you had a great sponsor. That was wonderful. Good. Well, thank you very much, Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Well, I have one more question that you sent us.
Oh, good.
Or sent me.
Which one? What are your goals? Is that it?
No, the selling tips.
Oh, the selling tips. Good girl. Okay, now what do you feel are your selling tips to share with distributors? Like you feel that you learned that been so good to help you in building your business?
Well, they're not all selling tips, but I'm going to go down through my list of things that I was contemplating today for this. And my first tip is to let everybody know what you're doing, because you don't know who is going to talk to whom and what's going on, who they know, and where that information may end up. So let everybody know, your friends, your families, your coworkers, any groups that you're in, let those members know. And they can all be representatives for you, and they could know someone that really needs your service, like me, someone with, a small rib cage, large breasts that absolutely has no other choice for a bra.
Right. Excellent. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want?
Very tip to always wear your bra pin, and I'm not a real big purse person, so I tried the purse thing, not great at it. But I do carry a notebook with me, which I always have pamphlets with me, brochures, that I can hand out wherever I am. My third tip is to take a look at the activities that you enjoy and go to those events, go to those fairs, the expos. Try to be a vendor at them if you can, and if not, just go to the activities and talk to the women and the men there about what you do.
Excellent. You are so right, Vicki Lynn. That is absolutely great. Yes, and that's all it takes. And now here you are. How long have you been in the business now?